This is Josh with the southwestMTG, and we're going to do some deck techs for you. This is green-white mid-range. So yeah, let's just start with it. We're going to start with basic lands. We have 4 plains. We have 8 forests. Pretty basic. And then we get into the dual lands. Start out with 4 Sun Petal Grove and 4 Temple Garden. We are looking for 4 Temple Gardens if you have them, if you're willing to trade. And then the last land that we're running, make it 24 land, is Gavany Township. Just a phenomenal green-white utility land. So, yeah, that's the land base, the mana base. I'll get into the creatures. Alright, start with the 1-drops. We have 4 Arbor Elf, 4 Absence Pilgrim. Absence Pilgrim does kind of work as like a mana fixing if needed. They're more or less just really good. Get your other creatures out. 3 Rancor. Rancor is just insane. There's not much else I need to say about it. It's just really, really good. It's good with almost every deck in green. Okay, now we get into the 2-drops. 2 Elder Visionary. Elder Visionary is good card draw. It's real nice. There we go. Okay. And it's a good card to side out if you're playing a more aggressive deck for other cards. 2 Call the Conclave. It's a really good card, 2 for 3/3 more or less. It's just really, really powerful against aggressive decks such as zombies or red deck wins or even haunted humans. It's just a very powerful card. Next we have 4 Selesnya Charms. This card is also just a bomb. Its first ability, target creature gets +2/+2 and trample. You use that to buff up one of your other dudes, and you might win the game. You get to exile a creature. So you can exile Niv Mizzet if needed to, or something like that. And then you can also put a 2/2 Knight token, which is also good against more aggressive decks. Next we have Centaur Healer. Which in my opinion is like a really bad Thragtusk, but is really, really good against aggressive decks. And more or less the point of this deck is to be anti-aggro. So we have a lot of 3 for 3 drops that add life. So that's Centaur Healer there for you. Next we have Loxodon Smiter. 4 of. This guy is really, really good. 4/4 for 3 is already really good. He can't be countered either, so that's just even more insane. And if you do happen to be playing a deck that makes you discard a card, he goes straight to the battlefield. He's again really, really good against more aggressive decks such as zombies, because he's more of a wall, and then you can swing in with him if you gain board presence. Next we have Restoration Angel. This is a 4 of. More or less, it's pretty good air control. You don't die to air and flyers and all that stuff. And you can also flicker, like Centaur Healer, or the next card, which is Thragtusk. Of course, Thragtusk is just insane. And if you flicker Thragtusk, you get a 3/3 beast and 10 life, because you already gained 5 from Thragtusk, so it's really good. And Armada Worm is really good with Restoration Angel too. So, more or less the win cons, you want to play Armada Worm and Thragtusk, flicker them, and swing in for 400 damage, more or less. So, cards that we have proxied, we need 3 Armada Worms, and we also need 2 Loxodon Smiters. So if you have any of those, give us a message. Check out our binder, which we will put a link to right here. There, you can see that? Yeah, right there. Okay. So that will be a link to our binder if you need it. Okay. Cool. And now we'll go to the sideboard. Alright, so sideboard, start out with Call the Conclave. Like I said, you're going to side in Call the Conclave against more aggressive decks, and side out like a Elvish Visionary, something like that. Same with Centaur Healer. He's really good against aggressive decks as well, as I said before. Rest in Peace, side in, pretty obvious side in against like zombies or some form of graveyard deck. Silk Lash Spider, give you some more air countering and whatnot. Acidic Slime is good against O-rings and that kind of stuff, as well as artifacts, if there will ever be any artifacts. And Sundering Growth, same. And Sundering Growth is also very good because it has Populate. If you populate one of your Armada worms, yeah, Armada worms, there we go. Then you also have Moonwall Tracker, Faith's Reward, which is really good with their board wipes. 2 Wolfeater Silverheart and 1 Sigarda. And we actually have 2 Face Reward. I don't know why one's not proxied. We do need another Face Reward if you have one. So hook us up with a rough message for that. So that's the sideboard. Thanks. And that is green, white, mid. How's that? Is that pretty good?
That was good. Here, cut it.